Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to the Pyramid Game. There's a very keen contest on the cards here, as our contestants discover that a way with words can lead to playing £4. Now, there are two in each team, of course, our contestants and a celebrity pyramid partner. So let's meet them all now, starting off with a young lady whose brother, in fact, is Vorsprung durch Technique. She's a singer, an actress, and a chat show host. Welcome, Susie Quattro. I have to ask you, how is young Gaudi these days, all right? You must get that so many times.
I have.
I know. All those things that we've mentioned, of course, and the musicals, we remember that great success with Annie Get Your Gun, and there's a new one, I think, you've got it on the line for this coming year, haven't you?
Yes, it should be out sometime next year, but I won't tell you the title yet, but it should be out sometime next year. I've written the music and lyrics along with really rushed in writing the book. So.
Terrific. A bit of a raunchy one, though, is it?
Well, it's sort of my version of Mary Poppins.
Believe that, if you will. Good to have you here, Susie. And with Susie, we have a gentleman whom you saw on the programme yesterday. He's back for the third, and indeed it will be the final time. Welcome, Greg Tafe. Now, Greg, you have, what, £150 to your credit already, I think. 275, of course, being the jackpot total that you could go for. Well, you've got to be playing for points again in a moment or two, but welcome once again, Greg, and, of course, Susie Quattro. Righty-ho, time to meet Team 2. And I'm going to introduce you to a young gentleman who once played a Scotsman named Andy. I don't know if he went into a bar for a shandy, but we don't do gags like that on this show anyway. Currently, he's in pantomime playing Prince Charming. He's also a TV host these days, too. Welcome, Ross Davidson. So you're Prince Charming.
I certainly am. Slap those thighs.
Oh, slap those old thighs there. And who's your female lead, then?
Stephanie Lawrence, playing my Princess Charming.
Absolutely. How is the old singing voice? Is yours pretty...
Well, it's not as good as the galas over there, but it's getting there.
It's getting there. Well, it's smashing to have you, and thanks for taking time out from the show to join us here. Thank you, Ross. And we welcome a new contestant to the show now. From Warrington in Cheshire, here's Julia Baines. I have to read this. She's a commercial manager of technical equipment, and her hobbies include acting in an amateur theatre group, and you'd like to turn professional, I believe, too.
Oh, I didn't know they were going to say that of me. Yes, that would be nice.
Terrific. Well, I'm very proud to have you here today. That's Julia and Ross, ladies and gentlemen. Well, as you know, we have 7 categories about to appear here on the pyramid. So let's have a quick look at them. What are they? Reveal all to us. We have bottom of the garden. We have pressing business. We have funny old game, in step, and on and on. Now, one of those, of course, contains the lucky 7, where there's a special prize involved. And there are some noises, including that for that, which we'll come to in a moment. But first of all, this for a correct answer. This for a breach of the regulations, which means that one of the describers has used a word or part thereof that they've seen on the screen, and we have this for that special lucky 7. And there could be a prize, a special pyramid prize, if all 7 are guessed correctly when that hoves into view. Now, what are we going to do? You've seen the categories. We're going to start with Susie's team. She's smiling away because I think she's approaching this with some degree of relish. She likes to play games. So, what are you going to choose now?
Yes, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Punny old game, please.
Funny old game. All right. Well, it is, in fact, funny old game with a PH, you see, because we have for you 7 words starting with those letters PH, but pronounced F. And your example is pharmacy.
Oh. Good
That's the most difficult one out of the way now, I'm quite sure. But anyway, you've got 7 more of those in 30 seconds, and it starts now.
Okay.
Photo.
Hello?
Phone.
A catch.
Phrase.
Yep. Prince. Married to the Queen.
Philip.
Of the opera.
Phantom.
When you go to the doctor, you get a...
Physical.
Yep. Egypt.
Pharaohs.
Yes.
Yes, that's it. That's it. There are no more left. That's when he said pharaohs. I thought we were going to get into the shipping forecast there for a moment, but they've done very well to start off with. They've got 7 points. Okay, Ross and Julia, and they are, in fact, inspecting the board at the moment. Ross is going to choose for us. What's it going to be?
Let's have going for the chop, shall we?
Why not?
Go for the
And
chop.
let me find out from you now, if you thought it was going to be 7 things you associate with the butchers, would you have thought that? No, you wouldn't. Well, it is. That is the fact of the matter. And your example here is beef, okay, which obviously you would buy at the butcher's. 7 other things so associated, and your 30 seconds start now.
Round things, they come in a series of
Sausages.
things. Yes. It's something you cut with.
Cleaver.
No, something simpler.
chopper.
No, something simple.
Knife.
Fork and, yes. Something put in a cold area to...
Fridge.
Something like fridge.
Storeroom. Refrigerator.
Begins with F.
Freezer.
Yes. Something in your hat. A bowler type hat. It's Dale. Oh, something you eat with egg.
Bacon.
Egg, chips and...
Beans.
Something before that. Steak. Oh. Captain.
And the bong has gone, I'm sorry to say. Oh, what a shame. Go on, give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Started off so well there, but isn't it easy to fall into the trap of saying it's a sort of hat? Nevertheless, they've started pretty well. They've got 3 points. So, 2 down and 4 to go. We've turned the television monitor screens around now, of course, to face our contestants. That means, therefore, Greg, that it's going to be you to choose now.
Pressing business, please.
Oh, now, listen here. Yes, that's the lucky 7.
Gotta get this one.
Now, just to remind you, in case you weren't with us yesterday, that what happens here is that when Greg describes now to Susie, he's going to do it extra specially well because he's not going to use any of the words that he sees up there or any part of them. She has to guess all 7 correctly, and not by leaning over and looking at the television set either. Let me tell you what happens here in this category. Things you might find in the daily papers, all right? And your example is a cartoon. Cartoons, right? 7 other things you might find in the daily papers. We've got 30 seconds. The time starts now.
Information.
News.
Football, cricket, tennis.
Yeah, sports.
A square that you fill in.
The crossword puzzle.
Yeah. Your stars, your zodiac.
Your daily forecast.
Yeah,
Astrology.
another word.
Astrology.
Another word for the daily forecast.
Daily forecast. Your stars.
No. Pass. Pictures.
Photographs.
Yeah. People writing.
Letters.
Yeah. Nasty.
Oh, dear, what a terrible shame.
What was the
yeah.
one?
It was horoscope. Oh, couldn't you just kick yourself?
Jerk.
Or shoot yourself, maybe.
Yes.
Nevertheless, they've moved on to 12 points. So, of course, the Lucky 7 prize, the special prize, was not won there, but we've got in-step waiters and 1 more left for you. Now then, Julia, what are you going to choose?
Instep, please.
Right, in-step, we have 7 things you associate with shoes. For example, heels. Dead easy, and that's not the shop where you buy them, it's the thing on the back, of course. We have another 30 seconds. Wishing you well. The time starts now.
Things, the long stringy things you put through holes in the shoes.
Laces.
Stuff you make them shiny with.
Polish.
8s, 6s.
Size.
The material that they're made of.
Leather.
What you do in them once you've got them on.
Walk. Yeah, walking. Walk. Yeah.
A hobby, galloping.
Horse riding. Stirrups.
French.
French horn.
Yes, that's it, I do believe. Yeah! Terrific stuff. You've really caught up very well there. I can see you getting the old needle there going. Bit of edge is getting into the contest here. So that's 10 playing 12 right now, but nevertheless, we do stay with you over there, Julia and Ross, because you're a couple of points behind. We give you the chance to go into the lead by choosing either waiters or bottom of the garden.
Right. Bottom of the garden, I think.
Bottom of the garden, and you're going to describe, I can see here again. We have, you don't have to, mind you.
Oh, I don't do it?
No. Whichever way you decide to do it.
Yeah, you do it then, yeah.
While you're doing that, I'll tell you that at bottom of the garden, we have 7 things associated with fairy tales. Your example is Pixie. It's been decided that Julia will describe, and she's going to do all of that in 30 seconds, starting now.
A little chap with a pointed hat.
Goblin.
And a fishing rod. Rhymes with shelf.
Elf.
Things that people have in gardens. Pot.
Pot plant.
With fishing rods.
Fishing rods. Fish pool.
Little
pond.
red hats. Pottery. Porcelain.
Porcelain.
Garden.
Gnome.
Hob.
Hob.
Little pixie, nasty little thing, horrible
Goblin.
creature. Mushrooms and things like them that are poisonous.
Poisonous.
Mushrooms and...
The gong goes that she was doing all of this and working all over the place, but nevertheless, they've gone into the lead now with 13 points. Right, what have we got left over here then? Only the one. It's waiters, is it not? And you're going to do a little bit of describing here, Susie?
I think so.
Yes, OK. Waiters. And we have things sometimes associated with queues, like a bank, because you're waiting around, you see. Patrick and Bill have been
Associated
up...
with queues?
Yes, Patrick and Bill have been up to their tricks again with this category. Anyway, we have 7 of those. Bank is your example, and your time starts now.
Okay, you go there to mail a letter.
Post office.
And you go there to see a movie.
Cinema.
And you go there to get a ride on something. It's big and it's in the
A
street
bus.
and it's red. Yep.
Bus station.
It's where it halts.
Bus stop.
Yep. Okay, this is you go to hear music.
Concert. Theatre.
And you leap up and down. What do you do when you leap up and down? What do you do?
Jump.
And bigger.
Jumping.
And you do this to relieve yourself. Ooh,
Go to Silas.
no, I mean, you know...
Almost got there. She's enjoying this, I know. And also holding herself in
Was it
check
go to
ever so
Silas?
slightly. But we can tell at the end of this particular game, yet again, Greg has won along with Susie Quattro. They're the winners. Julia, parting is such sweet sorrow. I'm waxing dramatic here for you, see, in keeping with what you like to do.
Oh,
It's been marvellous to see you here on the show.
been lovely, thank
and
you.
do take away, of course, with our compliments, the special Pyramid Game trophy and put it in brighter place on your mantel shelf, OK? Thank you for playing with us. And, of course, Ross, we'll see you playing again with another contestant in part 2.
Lovely.
Right now, for the third and final time, Greg Tafe is going to play for pounds. Well, it seems I hardly need bother explaining to you how to play this part of the game because you've done it all before. Susie, are you well au fait with the rules and rules regulations? What's the matter?
Can I go home now?
No, no, you certainly cannot.
I can stay here?
Sit on those little German bands of yours because you mustn't wave them around. You mustn't use any of the words you see up there either. Lots of lists is what it's all about. Sit well back in your chair and relax. That's the way to do it. You've got 60 seconds and it starts now.
Okay, clam chowder, tomato, corn,
Vegetables.
pea,
Types of vegetable.
liquidy.
Sauce. Types
You
of sauce.
eat it with a spoon.
Types of soup.
But
Kinds of soup.
okay, ooh, John Wayne, Jesse James, Maverick.
Cowboys.
Yes. And what are they?
Famous cowboys.
Fast, slow. You can do it in a jogging suit. You can
Running.
and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday rhymes with days. Kinds of running. Different way of saying
Relay
kinds.
running.
Relay running, yeah. Different types of running. It's the same thing, a different word for types.
Kinds of.
Rhymes with day.
Kinds of running.
Rhymes with day.
Ways of running.
Yes. Doctors, dentists, psychiatrists.
Physicians, profession or people.
Professors,
Teachers.
that was hard. That last
Yeah,
one.
go on. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Working hard, working hard.
Trying to get you to say ways.
That's right. Ways is it right rhyming with that. You've got another £125 there. And in case anybody's wondering at home why we didn't buzz you for saying running once it was up there, because he'd said running to you and given it back, so that was fine.
Oh, right.
You were allowed to do that. Nevertheless, what do you got here? You had £150 to start off with, so that's 150, 200, £225. We've enjoyed seeing you for the last couple of days, Greg. We'll see 2 more contestants playing the Pyramid Game right after this. Yes, good. Thank you very much indeed, and welcome back to the Pyramid Game. Our celebrities remain the same, Ross Davidson and Susie Quattro, but it does mean, of course, that we welcome 2 new contestants to play the game, as Greg Tafe had to leave us, having played 3 of the big money games here, playing for pounds. So let's meet the man who's now partnering Susie Quattro. We welcome Norman Wheatley. I can tell you that Norman comes from Birmingham. He's a married man. He's self-employed. He writes and publishes teddy bear postcards.
Yes.
Which teddy bears are these?
Oh, the teddy bears in my collection, our collection.
Our collection. This is you and Mrs. Wheatley's.
Absolutely.
How many have you got?
Oh, not many, only 112.
112 teddy bears,
Yeah.
And you've been collecting them for years, presumably?
Quite a few.
Some rather ancient ones, I would imagine.
Oh,
too.
one or two, yes. One almost as old as me.
Yeah, those are the ones with the arms and the eyes hanging off, are
The
they?
best sort.
Well, it's good to have you here today. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Norman Wheatley. Ross is now facing a young lady who's wearing the most amazing dress. It's a dress of many colours indeed and looks very nice on her too. Put your hands together for Rosemary Houston. And it's a good old Scots team over here now, because Rosemary, in fact, comes from Edinburgh, where you do still live, do you not?
Yes, I do.
And she's a housewife, and she has, among her hobbies, including learning to fly.
Yes.
Must have very strong arms for something like that. How far are you away from getting your... Yes, well, somebody's got to. How far are you away from getting your private pilot's licence?
Probably about 40 hours.
40 hours,
Yes.
yeah?
I've only just started.
You've only just started, so you'll get that in, what, about 6 months or so, something like that?
Yes.
Terrific. Well, we wish you well with that. Who knows if you're going to fly to the top of the pyramid tonight. Welcome again, Rosemary, ladies and gentlemen. Right, brand new board we have up there, of course. Here come the categories, and this is where we're going to play for points. What a poser, hop it. What's up, Doc? All of those down there. We're going to start with Susie's team again. Which one are you going to choose, Susie?
I don't know. I don't like any of them. Oh, what a poser.
What a poser, and what a start to the second part of the show. Now, you'll remember that that signifies a special pyramid prize if Norman manages to guess all 7 correctly in this category. The prize I'll tell you about only if you win it, all right? Because I don't wish to disappoint you. Anyway, we have for you 7 things you might see in an artist's studio. And your example is a picture. Okay, pretty as a picture, Susie. You've got 30 seconds starting now.
Okay, you put it on the brushes.
Paint.
You make one of these before you actually do the picture, yes. And it goes around the picture.
Frame.
And it's what you put your colors on, a little thing with
Palette.
Yes. And, ooh, it's either watercolors or...
Oil.
And, ooh, when she hasn't got any clothes on, she is...
Nude.
And it's this thing where the thing goes up.
Easel.
Yes.
Yes! Hey! You said easel, and you easily got through them too in less than the 30 seconds. That's 7, and your special Lucky 7 prize is this pyramid radio. So, a grand start. The Lucky 7's now gone. Pick one for me, please, Ross.
Running water.
Running water. Right, we have 7 things that you associate with Red Indians. Your example is Sioux. Not S-U-E, but S-I-O-U-X, as in the Banshees, OK? So, 7 things you associate with Red Indians, and your time starts now.
Where do they come from? What country?
Canada, America.
Yes. What do they wear on the head?
Feathers.
Right. Where do they sleep?
Tents.
What's it called, that triangular? It's like a
Indian,
pop group. It's called something pop group.
I don't know.
All right, don't
Pass
worry. Pass. On, next thing. What do they say? What do they when they all sit and drink? They all smoke and things.
Pipes.
No. What's it called? All that thing. They all sit around there. It's called a peaceful gathering. Around the bow wow.
Whoa, it's a tough old category, that too. It was a powwow, of course. How? Well, we'll tell you how in a moment or two, but let me tell you that they've now got 2 points. Right then, Norman, it's your turn here. What are you going to choose?
Well, having talked about teddy bears, it's got to be Goldilocks.
Yes, of course it has. And we have for you 7 things associated with hair. Nothing to do with the 3 bears, you see. 7 things associated with hair. With hair, like curls.
Okay.
Right, so we'll stick a little 30 seconds on the clock for you, and they start again now.
When you want to have your hair shorter,
You get a cut.
what you cut it with.
Scissors.
Something to put a wave in your hair.
A roller.
It
a
stays
curler,
there.
Permanent.
A toupee.
A wig.
Or something you sing in. A stage play with songs that you're
Hair.
about to do. Generally.
A musical. Yep.
Yep. Something you put in your hair to hold it together. Sounds like snip.
Clip.
Yes. Someone who hasn't got any hair played Kojak.
Honey Savalas!
Yes. Very good score. They've got 13 points. Right, 3 left up there. Rosemary, what are you going to plump for now?
I'll take What's Up, Doc.
What's up, Doc? Right, and we have words related to Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson, get it? What's up, Doc? Words related to Sherlock Holmes, and your example is elementary. Your 30 seconds start now.
Right, you smoke it.
Pipe.
You wear it on your head.
Oh,
it's a funny shape.
hat.
Yeah,
Sort
but it's
of,
a funny shape. Sherlock Holmes hat.
Rain.
You,
Oh God, what's it called?
rain.
Rain hat. Rain.
Yeah,
Rain.
second part and then pass.
Pass.
One of the dogs, of the Baskervilles.
The hound of the Baskervilles.
Dr.
Watson.
Yep.
Magnifying
Man who
glass.
goes round with magnifying glass.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, that was a tough old category, wasn't it, too? And if I look at your scores now, I see that you are behind by 8. Which means that even if you played another game and went all the way through the card, you'd still only come up with 12, which would be 1 behind. So we have to tell you right now that already Norman and Susie are our winners. Oh, Rosemary, Rosemary. I'm doing all the acting today. I don't know why. It's just because I enjoy being here. Please, you enjoyed the game, didn't you? And I love the outfit, darling. It's absolutely terrific. And I hope you'll take home with pleasure our special Pyramid Game trophy.
I'm dying to see it.
I'm sure you are. Well, we've got one waiting for you in your dressing room. In fact, no, it's in my dressing room. Never mind. Ross, thanks for playing the game. It's been marvellous to see you.
Thanks, Steve.
OK, and let's now go with Norman and Susie to Play for Pounds. Right. You are sitting on your hands. Yes, I know. You will not wave them around.
No.
I think you've matched minds pretty well so far. You understand the rules and regulations, I think, don't you?
I think so.
Yes? OK, fine.
We'll find out.
We will in a moment or two, yes. We're going to put another 60 seconds on the clock for you, all right? Sit well back, relax, and do the best you can. Your time starts now.
Okay, Liberace, Elton John.
Famous pianist.
Yes. Sand, umbrellas,
Things you find on the
cream.
beach.
Arm, leg.
Parts of the body.
Yep. Birds, airplanes.
Things you find in the sky.
No. How do they fly?
Things with wings.
Yes. Okay. Chop suey, sweet and sour pork.
Chinese food.
Yep. My husband and I.
Things the Queen might say.
That was magnifico, and how nice to have someone from the other side of the Atlantic who knows how to respond to this sort of success. And I know, no, that was absolutely marvellous. You did marvellously well there together. Well, there's nothing I can really take you through, Norman. All I can say is that you and Susie have done magnificently well. We don't see you again tomorrow, unfortunately, do we?
Well, you haven't asked.
Maybe later in the series, you never can tell. Norman, will you come back and join us? Because you could possibly have another 2 cracks at this game. You already have £275. Plus, of course, your special Lucky 7 prize.
Sounds like a good scheme to me.
Absolutely, doesn't it? We'll see you again tomorrow, and we'll see you again tomorrow too, on the Pyramid Game. Until then, cheerio.